Dear colleagues, in this presentation we are going to discuss sense ranking in online dual language dictionaries. Online dual language dictionaries are among the most essential means used in foreign language studies. The efficiency in obtaining required lexical data from these resources directly translates into the efficiency of the learning process. Despite of endless opportunities offered by new technologies, researchers point out that creation of online dictionaries face many challenges. Among other aspects, the order of presentation of retrieved translations is of great importance. Developers of online dictionaries often merge different source dictionaries in a single dataset, which results in translations placed in non-systematic order. Since the developers of online dictionaries tend to expand their coverage as much as they can, they often merge different dictionaries into a single large dataset, mixing together special, professional, and common usage terms and expressions. As a result, in response to the user's query, such a system produces a large number of translations, often placed in a random order. Here is an example of translations of the word lead, obtained from a popular dictionary Multitran. There are about 1,500 translations, among which the user had to find the one most relevant to the specific discourse situation. The screenshot on this slide shows only the first page of the dictionary output. This is another screenshot demonstrating results of requesting English translations for the Russian word «вести». The authors of traditional printed dictionaries streamline the search for the right translation by placing the translations in the decreasing order of their usage frequency. When migrating these dictionaries to the electronic databases and merging different dictionaries, order of translations changes and the search becomes labor-intensive. The rank of the lexical unit is the inverse of the number of words placed in the usage frequency list. For instance, the English word the has rank 1, since it is the most frequent word found in the English corpora. The word be has rank 2, because its occurrence frequency is next to that of word the. These ranks are extracted from large corpora and seemingly can be used to automatically order lexical units in the dictionaries. However, this approach doesn't help when it comes to dual language dictionaries because the translations should be ordered based on the rank of the meanings rather than rank of the word. The reasons stated above demonstrate that ranking of the translations should be sense-based. In this approach, ranks are assigned to the source-target pairs for each set of translations belonging to any particular source word. It should be noted that for translations to the opposite direction, the ranking will be different, since the sets of translations source-target and target source are different. Besides, ranking must be done separately for translations belonging to different part-of-speech groups, because the frequencies of usage of translations for example, word split as a noun has nothing to do with frequencies of translations of word split as a verb. Manual ranking can be accomplished using the online lexical semantic platform Lexical, developed at Language Interface, USA, with our participation. The screenshot shows the ranking page. Each item can be moved up and down, thus achieving correct ranking of senses. These screenshots show the order of translations before and after ranking conducted using the online lexical semantic platform Lexical. It can be seen that ranking of the word license was done separately for nouns and verbs, so that in the noun group the word лицензия is on the top of the list. Similarly, in the verb group, the word лицензировать moves to the top of the list. The magnitude of ranking effort can be quite significant, thus posing an obstacle for the dictionary developers. In principle, of course, these difficulties could be resolved if enough time and consequently money were to be devoted to editing the preliminary version of the dictionary. The recognition of this difficulty necessitates the need for planning of the ranking work and evaluation of its scope. There are many approaches to sense ranking, including chronological, markedness, frequency, and logic. We suggest that the best approach should be based on the relevancy of the term sought to the context of previous searches. Yet the initial ordering of senses, when the dictionary hasn't yet acquired the knowledge of the user's context, shall be based on sense frequency. The analysis of lexical units to be ranked was run using the lexical dataset of the above-mentioned online Russian-English lexicographic platform Lexical. The subset extracted from that dataset includes 35,145 English words and 23,892 Russian words, with corpora-based ranks below 60,000 in 4 part-of-speech categories: nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Data on the content of the subset subjected to the analysis is shown in the table. The following strategy was assumed for evaluation of ranking efforts. Ranking is not required where a POS group includes a single translation of a source word. Where a POS group includes a small number of translations, 1 to 5, ranking is unimportant since it is easy to find the needed translation among the offered ones regardless of their order. Words with greatest corpora-based frequencies should be ranked first. They are in the greatest demand. This study demonstrated that vast majority of English words in the subset has low polysemy. In fact, the polysemy of 78% of these words is less or equal to 10. This figure shows the polysemy distribution of English words in the subset. Similar distribution is observed in the Russian subset. More than 80% of all words of the subset have polysemy less or equal to 10. The polysemy distribution for the Russian language is shown on the figure. The chart shows that the number of words drops steeply when polysemy increases. For instance, in the analyzed dataset, the number of English verbs with polysemy 30 and more is only 260, that is 3.2%. The English nouns with polysemy 30 and more contribute 3.4% to the total number of English nouns. The study confirmed the assumption that words with large number of lexical senses comprise a small portion of all words in the subset. Also, words with small number of senses are in abundance. Their ranking may not be required because small lists of translations normally are easy to understand. No less important is the correlation between polysemy and corpora-based ranks. The analysis showed that the average polysemy drops as the corpora-based rank increases. This means that, generally, words used most frequently have greater polysemy, and sense-based ranking of these words will take more efforts. This figure shows how many words of certain polysemy fall into given rank ranges. This study can form a basis for work planning when making dual-language dictionaries that would benefit a broad range of language learning assignments. Besides, the results of this study will help developing sense ranking assignments for students studying foreign languages, so that they would improve their lexical proficiency through ranking words on their own. The language teachers, on the other hand, can use this data when making learning dictionaries focused on specific pedagogical needs. Thank you for your attention.